Hi guys, and welcome to this month's regulatory news update. We'll start this month with news from the LATAM region.
In Brazil, regulator Anatel have published technical requirements for Wi-Fi 6E devices. Act number 1306 amends Act number 14.448, which approved the technical requirements for the conformity assessment of radio communication equipment, restricted radiation, and includes requirements for equipment operating in the 5.925 to 7.125 MHz band.
In Mexico, IFT have initiated a public consultation for updating the technical operating conditions of the 57 to 64 GHz frequency band. The band is classified as free spectrum, however the objectives of the proposed plans are intended to better manage and promote the efficient use of the radioelectric spectrum within the 57 to 64 GHz band. The proposal intends to update the technical operating conditions for motion sensors that could make use of the band in order to promote the deployment of this new technology, increase of harmonisation in the use of radioelectric spectrum for motion sensors in the band. That's based on best international practices and also existing technological advances. Promote conditions for the general public to have access to new telecommunications technologies and services through the use of the 57 to 64 GHz band. Encourage technological innovation in the country by adding access to the radio spectrum for testing and experimentation of new equipment or technologies related to motion sensors in the band without the need for a concession for these purposes. And finally, promote competition in the telecommunications market for the 57 to 64 GHz band in order to achieve further development in the sector. The consultation runs until the 20th of April 2021, and interested parties can submit their input via the mechanism supplied on the IFT website.
Also, Peruvian regulator MTC have issued a ministerial resolution regarding proposed updates to their national frequency allocations. Amongst other changes, the proposal makes provisions and defines the power levels for 6 GHz Wi-Fi for indoor use in Peru. A link to the proposed resolution can be found attached to this video.
And now moving on to the APAC region. So first of all, in India, the Ministry of Electronic and Information Technology of India, or METI, published an order pushing back the effective date of the mandatory BIS safety registration of Phase 5 products, such as digital cameras, smart speakers and wireless microphones from April 1st, 2021 to October 1st, 2021. We will send out another reminder of the upcoming changes during the summer.
From Pakistan, the Pakistan Telecommunications Authority have approved a new draft type approval technical standards regulation, updating their exemption list to remove tablet PCs with wireless LAN only functionality, non-SIM based devices, and smart watches with Bluetooth and wireless LAN functionality only without SIM or tracking features. These devices will be subject to mandatory type approval requirements as soon as the draft regulation has been published in the official gazette. Other significant changes in the new regulation includes the addition of ultra-wideband devices as a device category requiring type approval in Pakistan, and IEC 62368 safety standard has been added to the list of acceptable testing standards. We're waiting on confirmation from the regulator on the expected publication date in the Gazette, and most importantly, whether the new regulation will apply retrospectively only to newly imported equipment on the market. We'll issue a regulatory update as soon as we have confirmation.
Yep. And finally from Vietnam, the regulator MIC have launched several new draft technical standards for consultation this month. These include a national technical regulation on radio access equipment in the 5 GHz band, so that's Wi-Fi equipment in the 5 GHz band, a national technical regulation on radar equipment operating in the 76 to 77 GHz band for ground transport, and also a national technical regulation on short-range radio equipment in the frequency band 40 GHz to 246 GHz. These three are all based on their ETSI counterparts, EN 30893, 301091-1 and 305550. MIC have also released a national technical regulation on 5G mobile communication base station equipment for radio access section, a national technical regulation on the quality of internet access services on 5G terrestrial mobile networks, and also a national technical regulation on 5G mobile communication terminal equipment. The 5G draft technical standards are based on 3GPP and ETSI standards. The draft standards can be viewed on the link attached to this video, and feedback is invited by the 4th of May. The resulting official new standards are expected to come into effect on the 1st of July 2022.
Finally, just two small updates from the EMEA region. In Qatar, the Communications Regulatory Authority have published a public consultation regarding Wi-Fi 6 and their proposed policy for assigning the full frequency band 5925 to 7125 MHz of this technology. Interested parties can email their views and comments about the public consultation via the link attached to this video.
Yep. And from Uzbekistan, at the end of last year, the Republic of Uzbekistan was granted the observer status by the Supreme EAEU, or Customs Union Council. This means that representatives from Uzbekistan may be invited to participate in different meetings and negotiations regarding different aspects of the trade issues, including the possibility of cooperation and harmonisation with EAC regulations. This month, representatives from EAEU and Uzbekistan held discussions and a roadmap for cooperation has been approved. Harmonisation of legislation was one of the topics on the roadmap, but no specific sectors in which harmonisation is anticipated seems to have been discussed. Eleos is monitoring the developments of this cooperation, and if anything of substance is confirmed, further updates will be issued.
That's all from us for this month. If you have any questions or require any additional information on the topics covered, then please do get in touch.